Hi guys, along the way here. Today is a special day, so I wanted to make a special video. The day is March 10th, the year is 2025. I want to talk about how your memories can serve you in the future. And I want to talk about a memory I had with my dad on this day. Today, Dad's been gone 23 years, and I just want to talk about him. I want to help remember him. And I want to also talk about how, while I was traveling, a memory I shared with him saved me from a major accident. This is Dad. He was probably 19 at the time, way before I was born. He was in the Navy. He's a veteran. He served on the USS Lindy McCormick ship, which has now been decommissioned. He was in the Vietnam War. We lost him at a very young age to lung cancer. Don't smoke. I have quit smoking. It's been 12 years now. 13 years. 13. I haven't smoked in 13 years. But it took a while. Even after my dad passed, I smoked for several years afterwards. But what I want to talk about, a few months ago, I was traveling down the road. My brother, not my younger brother, but my older brother, he was in the hospital. He had a massive heart attack, and they med-flighted him to St. Louis, Missouri, to the Barnes Jewish Hospital. Amazing hospital. And just to let you know ahead of time, he's okay now. At the time, they med-flighted him because they couldn't do the surgery in the little hospital he was in. So they med-flighted him there. And I took off driving. It was about 6 hours, 5.5 hours from where I was. And I was flying down the highway like a bat out of hell. Well, let's pause the story there for a minute. And let me go back 30 years. I'm going to date myself, but I guess I can't pull off the age of 18 anyway. So, okay, so Dad was teaching me how to drive years ago, and we were driving on the back road, and I saw some birds on the side of the road, and I thought, I'm going to hit a bird, I didn't slam on the brakes, but I was tapping the brakes, and Dad got really mad. Or he was stern. Let's just say he was stern. He said, "Sis, do not ever, ever put on your brakes if you see an animal run into the road." And then I was like, well, they were over there, and I don't want to hear it. Don't you ever. You see an animal in the road, you hold firm. You understand me? Hold firm. That's how he was talking. And I thought, all right, yeah. If I can help it, I'm not going to hit an animal. But this time was a little different. So, yeah, I remember that day. So back to the story where they were, my brother was literally in the helicopter and I'm flying like a bat out of hell, man. I'm not kidding. I was going at least 80, and I'm driving down the middle lane. I'm 15 miles outside of St. Louis on I-44. And then all of a sudden, just like you hear, like a deer in headlights, there he was, right there. I mean, there was no time for anything. And it all happened so fast, and it all happened so slow, all at the same time. I saw that deer, and then just out of the blue, it was, I could just hear it. There was Dad. Hold firm, sis, hold firm. And all of a sudden, I was held firm to that steering wheel. There was a car on my left. There was a car on my right. And I thought, it was just so quick. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how I did not flip the car. I do not know how I didn't swerve it, but I held firm. I held firm to that steering wheel, and I just made it. I made it. I dragged that deer. I drag it for a little while, and I didn't have an accident. The car was still running. A lot of different things happened that night that were just like I had a guardian angel over me, and my brother as well. But I was very thankful that I didn't have an accident and wreck the car. And well, obviously I had an accident, but it could have been a way worse. But I just wanted to give that an example on this day where a memory. So we all have parents, we all have people that we love in our lives, and our memories can help us. That how if we talk about the person, if we remember the person, just it can help us in our life. It can help us get through life without them, but we still have them because our memories are they're there. They're very real. They may not be tangible where you can physically touch them, but they're there. And on this day, 23 years later, I want to remember my father. Slick, they called him. He's a great man. Other than Jesus, he was the greatest man that walked this earth, in my opinion. Just wanted to share that. And thank you. And appreciate the people in your life that you love. Your parents. Don't take anybody for granted. It took a long time. I mean, it hurt when my dad first left. I'm still blessed to have my mother with me. But it hurt. It hurt a lot. But it took several years before I really, I'm not saying I didn't appreciate my father, but it took a lot to the depth of it. And if you've lost a parent, you'll be able to identify with that. And if you haven't, one day you'll know. And keep them close, keep your memories close, and stay strong. And thank you for listening. And have a great day or night or whatever it is.